So is it just me, or does every trip to the grocery store now seem like a robbery of some kind? You know what I mean? Holy cow. We got groceries yesterday. I think it was like $600. What about every time you open your utility bill? You you initially think this must be a mistake, but it's not. It's not an error, it's not a mistake. It's the new reality for Americans. Across America, families are being crushed by food and energy prices. And I think for many Americans, this is about just survival. And everyone feels it at the grocery store. Everyone. Eggs. I don't even know how much eggs cost anymore. Ground beef, any kind of beef, gone through the roof. You might pay $5 for a head of lettuce. And, for families living paycheck to paycheck, these are no small inconvenience. These are life-changing things. They're putting things back when they get to the register. They're having to skip healthier, more expensive foods, stretching meals in ways that don't meet their nutritional needs, and all of this can potentially lead to higher healthcare costs. All due to things like global supply chain disruptions, higher transportation costs, gas prices, climate change. But it really doesn't matter what's causing it. What matters is that it's happening and it's not getting fixed. There's less food at the dinner table, and the bill is higher. Electricity bills have jumped by double digits, triple digits in some states. Utility companies are passing on all of their costs to upgrade aging grids. Also, a lot of climate-related disasters involved in those costs, and integrating renewable energy. We're exporting record amounts of natural gas, keeping prices elevated in the United States, which keeps our utility bills elevated. We're subsidizing the billionaire class. I've said that before. We're subsidizing the billionaire class. What does all of this mean for households? It means turning down thermostats. I mean, that's turning them down to dangerous levels. It means small businesses cutting staff. The jobs numbers came out today. It was horrible. They got to keep the lights on, and lights are expensive now. People on average now spend 10% more of their income just on utilities. And for people who have lived paycheck to paycheck, 10% of your income on something that is abundant in the United States, it doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right that the United States can have as much natural gas as we have, and we have to pay what we pay for it to further enrich the billionaire class. And people on the left will blame, corporate profiteering and price gouging. It's absolutely part of it. Absolutely. Record profits. Got to keep the shareholders happy. And Republicans argue that the push for clean energy and environmental regulations are driving up cost. They got to satisfy their shareholders, which is their donors. So, politicians are using the pain of the American people as political ammunition, basically. But the reality is the system itself is broken badly. Wages don't keep up with inflation. Energy prices don't keep up with inflation. Everyone is stuck in this tug of war with their bills. Global markets dictate prices more than Washington, D.C. does. But this is not just about cost. There's a human factor here, a very human factor. Parents are having to work multiple jobs just to keep food on the table. Teachers, nurses, truck drivers, the people who keep this country running are going to food banks for the first time in their lives. Meanwhile, these families are forced into impossible choices: groceries or gas, rent or electricity, heat or my prescriptions. So this isn't about luxury and comfort. This is about dignity, security, survival in the richest country in the world. And what can really be done about it? Some people say we need a much stronger regulation of utility companies and more oversight. I agree with that 1,000%. Others say we need more domestic energy production and faster investment, to break our dependence on oil and gas. There's no one fix. There's no silver bullet, But what we know is Americans cannot keep absorbing these costs. The fight and struggle over food and energy isn't just about economics. It's about what kind of country we want to be. Do we leave families behind? Hardworking families? Like, that's what we're doing. So my question to you is, what do you cut first when prices rise? If you experience this, do you cut food, gas, or electricity? Who do you blame? Do you blame corporations, politicians, global markets? Personally, I blame corporations and politicians. We've had global markets for a long time. I don't think global markets drive this. Without the corporations, the global markets don't matter. You don't have to ship everything we have to other countries around the world. You don't have to do that to line your pockets. That's the fault of the corporations, and it's the fault of the government for allowing it. Corporations, politicians. One of them is the enabler. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Especially if you have felt this squeeze or this pinch yourself. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for my new followers and subscribers. Thank you for continuing to watch. You guys have a great day.